The Skywalker Saga is full of amazing characters, and even some that don't really make sense for this game. One thing's for sure though is that for the most part, the character designs are amazing. Now, LEGO games are notorious for creating custom characters that have never or will never be realized into an actual minifigure. I compiled a relatively long list of characters that either need an updated version or their official release into the LEGO product lineup, so today I'm going to be sharing my top 15 picks for Skywalker Saga characters we need official minifigures of. Going in order of character classes, starting out with Jedi, the first character I'd love to see made is the CRAIT version of Luke Skywalker. In reality, the only time we'd probably get this figure is as a promotion or through a $20 duel scene with Kylo Ren. LEGO has been releasing duel scenes the past several years, and I think this version of Luke would be a great addition to that product lineup. Now, the next figure is an odd choice for sure, but I put him on the list because this would be the first Abonito species minifigure. The Star Wars galaxy is full of different species and races, and I'd love to see this one join this list. This one should come as no surprise because let's face it, although episode 1 isn't a popular choice among fans, Boss Nass is an important part of the story and would work perfectly as an additional minifigure in a Naboo themed set. A figure rumored to be releasing this year and a fan favorite is none other than Commander Cody. There's not much else to say other than an updated version of him is long overdue, and that also goes for the missing Captain Rex as well. One of the least interesting characters in this list, although a fun choice, is Mon Mothma. Since she has such an important role in the Rebel Alliance, it would make sense to see her in some set, especially since she was made many years ago, but if there were to ever be a Yavin 4 set, her inclusion is a must. For whatever reason, the only character we've gotten is 10 Nub, which if someone could explain that to me, that would be great. It's ridiculous that we've gotten 2 versions of 10, but when LEGO releases the next Playscale Millennium Falcon, I hope it's based on episode 6 so we can get a newer version of both 9 and Lando, and since LEGO loves the original trilogy, this would be the perfect scenario to include him in that set. Another fan favorite is Rebel Friend. As far as I know, he's only in LEGO Star Wars games, but his premiere in an official set would be a great addition, and I'm honestly quite surprised he didn't make an appearance in the Tantive 4 just a few years ago. Much like episode 1, episode 2 sets seem to be few and far between, but an updated version of the Coruscant speeder chase with Zam Wesell is long overdue. It's one of the most colorful and vibrant sets that LEGO has ever produced, and I think the builds are extremely unique and would stand out on shelves. This next one is an interesting choice, but I like the design of the overall character and would be a great addition to a $70 Exegol set like the Snoke's Throne Room from 2018 with 2 of these minifigs, Rey, Ben Solo, and the clone version of the Emperor. Speaking of Palpatine, next up I would like to see another version of him, either in his Senate attire or from episode 3 with these nice long robes, which could be included in a newer version of a Palpatine's arrest set. The next minifigure is one that is actually pretty high on my wanted list, and that would be either an episode 1 or 2 version of C-3PO. Now, I'm slightly cheating here by adding 2 versions of the same character on this list, much like I did with the Sovereign Protector and Clone Palpatine, but considering how many original trilogy versions of C-3PO we get, I'd like to see just a little more diversity with the character. Personally, I'd love to see the episode 2 rusted version of him added to a Geonosis arena set, and hopefully that could be the $500 Master Builder series set later this year in 2022. The next figure is one that has been long requested and would fit great in an episode 2 promotional set, and that would be Dexter Jetster. Appearing since the first LEGO game, Dexter has been a fan favorite, and considering how many times he's been in LEGO games, I'm baffled at how we haven't got an official minifigure of him quite yet. Another figure that's pretty high on my list is an updated version of the MAGNAGUARD. I was really expecting to get this figure in the most recent General Grievous Starfighter, but unfortunately that set was pretty lackluster with the minifigures. If we were to get an episode 3 Count Dooku duel set, I'd love to see 2 of these figures included in that because the updated design is really awesome. The next figure is one that is actually rumored for a release later this year, although it's supposed to be TAUN, but I'd like to get any form of a Kaminoan at the very least. Since we'll probably see this figure soon, there's not much else to say, but I hope it looks as good as the Skywalker Saga version does. Finally and lastly, we have another important character to the Skywalker Saga, which is long overdue, and that is SHMI. Considering how important she is to Anakin's character development, I think she deserves an actual minifigure, but at the same time she does meet a rather violent fate. But since we got Aunt Beru in a promotional set, I don't see why getting SHMI isn't a possibility at some point, considering Beru also meets a rather unfortunate fate. So what do you think about this list? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'm curious to see what you all think about my selections, as well as who you'd like to see in real life minifigure form. Of course, I'd love to see way more than 15 of these, but these were the most influential or interesting characters out of the over 300 characters available in the Skywalker Saga. Hello there, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you want to see more LEGO Star Wars content, check out a few other recommended videos right here.